Well, the National Memorial Day Parade will also feature celebrities like Kiss's very own Gene Simmons. So special. And hello, Gene is joining us live this morning ahead of his trip to D.C. for Monday's parade. Gene, thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Washington.
You have no idea how much of a pleasure it is.
This is so special for all of us. Gene, you have a very personal connection to this year's parade. Can you please tell us about that?
My personal connection is to these United States and its proud history of our military, the men and women who have served, especially when there's no draft. I was invited by the Pentagon, as a matter of fact, to speak at our president's former term in office, to speak on the dais. I believe I was the only one who spoke at the Pentagon, you know, where the media and Barbara Starr of CNN and all the rest of them gather to have a conversation about the body politic. I could care less about that. I consider it an honor to get up there and talk about the real issue, which is that our military, especially veterans, have the kind of respect that is shameful in our history. The military is not political, nor should it be. Republicans and Democrats serve willingly, risk their lives out there, and I think it's shameful that there's not even a constitutional law that says they're guaranteed at least a job when they get out of the military. You know, thank you for risking your lives. See ya. Have a nice day. So for me, the parade means everything, especially since my mother was 14 years of age when she was in the concentration camps of Nazi Germany. And were it not for America and, you know, our military, many gave their lives when we didn't have to. We didn't have to be overseas. You know, an ocean separates us. And my mother and our family are alive because the young men and women of our military risked their lives. All gave some sadly gave all. And this is a great honor for me to throw the politics out the window and wake America up to the idea that our vets should not be involved in any politics. Everybody should stand up, both left and right, and honor those who serve.
Oh my goodness, Gene, we're seeing pictures of you and your mom. This is so touching. You know, you grew up hearing her story. As an Israeli American, you know the importance of remembering and talking about the Holocaust and making sure that is never forgotten. How can we make sure that future generations understand the impact of the Holocaust, Gene?
I don't want to stress too much. Of course, we should never forget that man's inhumanity to man isn't just a thing that happened in World War II. Sadly, there were 6 million Jews that were wiped off the face of the planet. 2 million Catholics, nobody talks about that. 2 million Romani, who were the despised, you know, sort of gypsy class in Europe. You know, people who had different sexual lives were killed. I mean, they were just the horrific inhumanity, man to man, was unequaled in the history of mankind. And so that is the sadness, but it continues. It continues right now. And a wake-up call for everybody is right now, even though there's no draft, there are mothers and fathers whose children are willingly serving in the armed forces and risking their lives, so you can complain that you should be watching CNN or Fox and nobody cares. It's like, shut your pie hole and wake up to the fact that our military is above politics. No matter who's elected in these United States, they willingly go and risk their lives so that you can be a buttface and complain about all kinds of things. Meantime, they risk their lives, so you can complain about the traffic jam and all these nonsense. It's time America woke up and faced the truth that politicians expel air instead of the backside. They expel it, you know, from the front, and that only our military walks the walk instead of just talking the talk.
A message of respect. We need to be respecting those who have served our country. Gene, thank you. You know, this Memorial Day, we're remembering those who have served and sacrificed, and also, we want to mention you're taking the stage with KISS again in November for the band's 50th anniversary. This is huge. Anything you want to say to the KISS Army?
This is more a fan-run event in Las Vegas. KISS, we sold our rights to Pop House, a Swedish company who are doing amazing things, and that's upcoming in the future. But the fans took over the Virgin Hotel in Las Vegas, and in November, they're going to be holding an event with all kinds of other bands and, you know, question and answers and signatures and all that. And so at least some of us, maybe not all of us, are going to be on stage answering questions, signing autographs, you know, enjoying the get-together with the fans. But KISS is never going to go out touring again. Those days are gone. 50 years, half a century, is plenty of time. It's worth noting, during that time, I put on more makeup and higher heels than you ever wore.
Gene, that is iconic. You are an icon. Thank you so much for joining us to share your personal connection to those who serve our country, and some inspirational words for us to just remember to respect and honor those who have served and paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Honor our vets. I'm pointing at you. Yeah, you. Put down your cereal bowl. Honor the vets. If you go to a Starbucks or something and you see a person in military garb at the back of the line, step aside, make way for a hero.
For a hero, Gene Simmons of KISS. Gene, thank you so much for joining us here on GMW, and stay with us. Final moments of GMW after this.